Let's get to one more thing here, which is Eli Lilly. They blew out the numbers. If you notice, we talked about this, I want to say last quarter when they reported, I said it was a great opportunity. The stock fell sharply. People were coming out with a pill and it was a little bit late to it. And I was saying that people really don't care too much about the pill. It's not a game changer. People who don't know the drug or don't take a drug, or analysts who have no idea, they'll be like, okay, well, the pill's better than the shot. But when you have the pen, you don't feel it. It's easy. So for me, the biggest thing is, one, when you look at their numbers, their earnings came in over $7 a share, and they're expected to generate $5.69. Revenue surged 53%. We're talking about a company with an $800 billion market cap, right? The largest within its sector. Mounjaro sales up over 100%, Zepbound up 184% year over year, and they raised guidance. That's why I was telling you, we tried to short the stock when it was near 1,000, probably around 800, and it went to 9 something, and we stopped out, and then the stock crashed, right? So we're a little early, which means I got it wrong. When someone says they're early, they got it wrong, so I got it wrong. And when it came down to levels where I'm like, this company's growing like a weed, and they're getting nailed right now. They're growing faster than any company within that industry, just raising guidance, and look at these sales numbers, right? So weight loss drugs are wonder drugs. People are going to say, well, okay, muscle mass, you lose muscle mass, but look at the massive benefits. You're talking about people that were going to die of heart disease, all right, 400 pounds that are now 200 pounds, 220. Diabetes, right? Again, not just heart disease, diabetes, curbs addictions. It's insane of how many just different major multi-billion-dollar markets this drug is targeting that they're just scratching the surface on. So I found it funny where we were saying, listen, this is a buy. I thought we had this in a portfolio. It's my fault that we didn't, but we were. If you listen to this podcast, I think it was on Unplugged Premium. We were very aggressive. If you go back a quarter ago and saying, covering the sector and being like, look, don't worry about the pill of why it's coming down. It's more that if they could find something else where you're taking an injection once a week, that's important. It's not too bad to take an injection once a week. There's other drugs that you have to take injections every single day. But if you want to disrupt markets, here's how you do it. And you have Novo just outbid Pfizer for Metsera. I was going to recommend it the day before they got a takeover offer, which is meaningless, which means you hate my guts because of that. But I'm shooting myself because I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Because a lot of these stocks I buy after I recommend them. And Metsera, what I like about Metsera is it's the only company on the market that's providing a once-a-month shot. Once a month, that's a big deal for people, right? It's a big deal. It's such a big deal. Pfizer said, we've missed every single major growth market other than COVID when we bribed the government and all that stuff, right? We missed every major growth market. And now they were like, let's get into this. And they offered to buy Metsera for $47.50, which is a massive premium. Novo just came around and said, you know what? We're going to offer $77.75 for the company. And Metsera was trading at 52 before this, okay? Before today. Now it's trading, I believe it's trading in the 60s. Novo raised their bid to $77.75 from Pfizer's $47.50. Something covered this a lot. I'd never seen someone coming that much higher, right? Which, I don't know, Metsera, your management team's probably not that good if they were accepting Pfizer's bid. And Pfizer, I don't know if you read it, they got pissed. They got angry. Listen to this. I'm quoting. They say, it is aware of the reckless and unprecedented proposal by Novo to acquire Metsera. It is an attempt by a company with a dominant market position to suppress competition in violation of law by taking over an emerging American challenger. Eli Lilly is the biggest player in the space. I don't know if you knew that. Pfizer, I know you're not really into this space, but, you know, and they're not going to be as big, so they will allow this, so you don't have to worry about any violation or antitrust. And they said the proposal is illusionary and cannot qualify as a superior proposal under Pfizer's agreement with Metsera. And Pfizer is prepared to pursue all legal avenues to enforce its right under the agreement. I don't understand what you're angry at. You're mad that someone outbid you, and you're saying it's not. What are you saying to Metsera investors? Don't accept it. No, you don't want to make more money on this. I mean, and the funniest thing, Daniel, I think, and we talked about this in the past during COVID. Pfizer, do you really have the balls to talk about violating the law and unfair competition? I mean, this is a company that hired Scott Gottlieb and put it on their board. And he was the face of COVID, who told the world that everyone needs booster shots for COVID on national television every single day. Boosters, you need boosters. You need them. You need them working for the company that sells them. This is a company who paid billions in fines for corruption, scandals, bribery, suppressing results for decades. Are you kidding? This is one of the most corrupt companies in the history of the American markets. And you're screaming because a company outbid you? They outbid you, and this company is in a secular growing industry that you need desperate exposure to. And this is how you're going to attack it? Like these guys, it's illusionary and all this BS and Justice Department. They're not even going to be the largest player if they acquire Metsera. What is going on with Pfizer? Raise your bid, okay? Whatever the asset's worth. If someone's going to come to me and I'm selling my car for 50 grand, and someone comes to me and said, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's see, all right, 50. And what they do, Pfizer, they put these non-compete types of things, so you can't outbid, or if you're gonna have to pay Pfizer if they accept a higher offer, you got to pay Pfizer, right, a certain fee and stuff like that, and the breakup fees. That's what I'm trying to say. So they have breakup fees all over this in the contracts and stuff like that. But if someone says, hey, friend, I'm going to offer you $75,000 for your car, I'm going to take it. That means my asset is worth more money. That's called capitalism. It's called the markets. And you're calling out like corruption and scandal. I mean, shame on you. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Just outbid them. Go to 80. Go to 85, right? This is how the markets work. This is technology that none of these other companies have, which is a once-a-month shot, which changes the landscape, which everyone in the industry wants. And the results from that shot are comparable to Eli and Novo and their drugs that are on the market for weight loss. To me, this is mind-boggling that Pfizer actually got pissed at this.
Well, Frank, you can't be one of the most corrupt, horrible people and not be a hypocrite as well. The only reason I give a flying floor about this, because I put it in Dollar Stock Club, we're down about 9%. Still looks good from a charting perspective. If they get into this game, I think the market will reward them. Mind your stops. But yeah, this is just another reason I can't stand this industry. I'd much rather have I sleep better at night recommending sin stocks like Vegas and all that kind of stuff other than I do. The only people more crooked than Wall Street is the healthcare industry, in my opinion.
It really is. And listen, buying Pfizer is not a bad pick. You're seeing the transition. Someone that missed out a lot. Then the Metsera thing was great, right? I think this is like over a month ago. Okay, you're getting into one of the biggest industries. That's great. It's like a chip company getting into AI like Qualcomm. Look what's happened to its stock. And dirt cheap. It pays a nice dividend, right? So you have everything there. But when you see something like this happen, the way that you attack them, I'm like, come on, man. It's an asset that's worth a lot more than what you're paying. And someone calls you on it. So either raise your bid, which is fine, because obviously this is worth a lot more than what you're paying. Yes, it would have been nice to get a 30-40% discount on it, but you're not going to get that anymore. But the way they're handling that situation and getting mad and going to launch lawsuits and all this stuff, I don't know what's in the contract with Metsera when they bought it, but when they're looking to buy it. But how, as a shareholder, do you accept Pfizer's bid when someone came in that much higher than you? I don't know. Let's see what happens. And look, if Pfizer doesn't buy them, then maybe that stock goes higher because they're going to save money. Maybe they go on the acquisition trail. There's a lot of good industries and drugs out there that are dirt cheap, and biotech companies. But it is interesting just the way they handle it. What didn't make me happy. Didn't make me happy at all. It's amazing. I just can't believe it. I can't believe that they're pissed and going after them because someone outbid them. I mean, that's incredible. And you're looking at Pfizer, one of the biggest companies in the world. Novo was like, well, we're going to outbid you for this, and let's see what happens. It's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting, actually, if Eli Lilly comes in.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They have the money to come in easily, right? They could afford whatever they can come in, but that might be antitrust because they're already the largest in the industry. But we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, just crazy stuff. I think you'll really love Wall Street Unplugged Premium. The Wall Street Unplugged Premium is my members-only podcast where I dive even deeper into this week's events. I'll tell you specifically what moves you can make today. Specific investment ideas I'm recommending and tracking each week. Also, the news we're picking up from our network of insiders. And becoming a member is super simple and super cheap. So head on over to WSUoffer.com to check it all out. Sign up today and you won't miss a thing. That's WSUoffer.com.